All right, so we are about to start, and got several people text me, so they're going to be on just in a few. So what we'll be going over today, first off, is briefly just kind of talking about, going over the website, making sure it looks good, maybe you have the right type of photos. And then we'll be going over different ways like best practices, even how you can use Builder Brand from the start to the finish of a sell. And that won't be long at all, just brief overview. Then setting up your ManyChat. So how do we, first, what is ManyChat if you don't know what it is? And how do you set it up? And how can you add that link to your Build a Brand website on the call to action buttons on the sliders and also on your digital business card? And last, we'll kind of go over a plan for each day. So every day you need to have a plan. Each week you need to have a plan. And so what does that consist of, and how can we create good habits when doing so? So first things first, who do we have in here right now? So I see 15738 is the number. You can go ahead and comment if you want, or if you just want to just chill there, you don't have to. So let me go ahead and start pulling up an example of a few websites we'll look at and how you can pretty much, make sure that you have some good photos. And give me just a second. Hope you guys are having a good day today. What is today? Wednesday. I don't even know what today is. That's funny. All right. So first, we're going to look at a few different examples of websites and just different things that they have done to really help separate themselves. So first off, we're going to look at Derek Porter. So Derek Porter is at Lewis Automotive. What's up, Robert? How you doing, buddy? Robert, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I'm right now. What I'm doing, I kind of just went over an outline of the overview of what we're going to go over, and I'm recording this so I can definitely send it to you. And now I'm basically, the first thing that we're going to go over is looking at a few examples of websites and what different people are doing to really help, really stand out and make it more convenient for their customers. So let me pull these over here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
right,
I'm watching you. I'm watching your stuff while I'm feeding my granddaughter over here.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining, bud. So right here, we are looking at Derek Porter's website. Derek Porter's at Lewis Automotive, and this guy's just phenomenal. He does a great job of marketing himself. And the first thing with branding, personal branding, is you want to stay top of mind. That means you want people to see your face. You want people to constantly hear, what you're doing. And so that means you need to be relevant and need to be online, especially everything with the COVID happening. No one's really coming to the dealership. People are kind of scared to interact with each other. So you need to actually, be convenient to your customers and be where they're at. And Derek does a really good job at that. He really pushes his digital business card and the referral program pretty solid. But, on here, he has, just from the beginning, it's like, hey, why don't you get my app? So this is one way you could do it. You can rearrange your sliders, however you want, but that's what he wants to focus on. And also he does a good job at, really getting with local businesses and helping them increase their business. That's, B2B networking. So right here, this is the LMP insurance. So he is, obviously promoting them, and even has a link right here to the get free quotes. This takes you to their insurance page, to the part where you can get a free quote. So that right there is a great way to do B2B networking, especially with local businesses, because right now more than ever, you need to support local businesses, and that's a great way to do it. And then he really expresses his referral program here, and that is one big check. Oh my gosh. So if you don't have a check like that, and I've never had one like that, but that's pretty awesome. It's a great way to draw attention to your referral program. And if you do not have a referral program, maybe your state doesn't allow it. There are some states that do not allow it. I know in some of those states, what they do is they kind of give gift cards or something like that. So just really think outside the box and draw attention to it. Because if you think about right now, with everyone that is unemployed, losing their jobs for the case, they need a source of income. They have to pay bills. They have to feed their family. So what better way than to send people to you when they're in the market for a car. A lot of people have cars right now that maybe they can't afford the payment, or maybe they want to go ahead and, switch out so they can have a lower payment. And if they send them to you, you can say, hey, you can make an additional source of income when you send them to me. And that's just a great way to really build that up and really have, the the referral network back and forth with your customers. And of course, they benefit because they have income coming in to, obviously pay their bills, feed their family, whatever the case may be. And you also are going to benefit because you get a new client, you get someone else to help. And that's just, big for both of you guys. Then this right here, this is the credit app right here. So Builderbrand doesn't provide a credit app, but what he did is he actually, his, CRM or credit app people, whoever this is, basically created a link for him. So when someone fills out a credit app, it's specific to him. So, he's the one out there to get people approved. And so this is really cool because this allows him to, obviously provide this link right here on these sliders where they can do the pre-approval. And it's just a great way to make it more convenient for your customers. Then that's Derek's. Now, as we look at, we're going to go to Jeff Bates. Jeff Bates is, he's been a good friend of mine for several years now, and so he's at Travers. And Jeff does a really good job at really, telling people to go to his website. A lot of people ask, well, how do I get people to my website? Well, first things first, like my manager told me one time when I was like, I just can't get them by, and he goes, have you asked them, for their business? And I said, no. Well, have you asked people to just go to your website? Are you, when you're at your desk, do you have your website pulled up when you're looking for cars? Is that where you tell people to go? Like, that's the best thing you could do, is just tell someone to go there, ask them to go there, and constantly, practice that. So it's just like the first thing that comes out. And he's really big into Facebook. So this is what we're going to go over today. Also, putting the ManyChat that you can do with your business page. It's the auto bot that pretty much chats back and forth. You can set that up, putting that link right here. So when you click this, like I'm going to click the Facebook Messenger, and you'll see it opens up Facebook Messenger, where now I can, be on my Facebook and I can message Jeff right here. And he's making it convenient for his customers because they're used to Facebook. They're used to doing that. And so he really enjoys that. And, he tells me all the time that he does sell a lot of cars, sending people to his website, people just looking at his inventory, scheduling VIPs, even them coming like, oh, hey, I was on your website and saw you had Facebook Messenger, and I went ahead and clicked that. And then that's how they communicate. This is a funny video Jeff did. I don't know if you can hear the audio. So Jeff is 6'5". Jeff is a big dude. He's driving this little bitty bike, but it's a great way that he came up with to really get the attention of people. And I don't know if you guys pay attention to a few days ago, you had Grant Cardone basically put something out controlling the narrative that he was filing for bankruptcy, which is not the truth. But what he did is he just basically was controlling narrative. I don't believe that you should, obviously do something that dramatic, but you just see the power of social media. And so you need to be on top of your brand, on top of what you want people to say about you, really controlling that message, because the reality is if you don't, they're going to. So you can either participate and help control that message, or you can just allow the market to do it for you. And it may not always be in your favor. So right here, we're going to go to Amber Brock. Amber is one of the solutions provider at Homer Skelton Ford. So Homer Skelton Ford is our flagship store. This is Brian Chapman, the owner of Builderbrand. This is his Ford store. And so his people do an amazing job at really, building their own business inside the dealership. And that's what we were all told when we started the automotive industry. And that's what they do there. They all create, their own business inside the dealership. They're, putting out content each day. They're posting 2 to 3 times a day. And every customer that comes on the lot, they get a digital business card. They're practicing, every customer getting a video message. They're even, doing the whole entire thing right now where they're going to buy from, just buy from online. So they really are progressive and do a great job. And Amber, just does an amazing job with creating content and really getting her customers involved. And so, one thing I want to go over is just photos. A lot of people may take a photo with your phone, just normally how you'd hold it, where it's vertically up and down, and try to add a photo that's like that to your website. Well, that may look kind of decent on mobile, but the reality is on desktop, it's going to be pixelated and look terrible. But if you notice, like Amber here, she has a great photo where it's, her phone's in landscape. So that means you just turn your phone sideways. And she had, used an iPhone 10 here. So she just used this selection of portrait mode. So it blurs out the background. It really focuses on Amber. And the whole objective is for people to see Amber. You're creating that top of mind awareness. They constantly see her face, and the more people see your face, the more likely they're gonna like you, they're gonna want to work with you. And so you want to make sure that your photos, this is the first thing people see. So if your photos look terrible when they first come to your website, what does that say about you? Well, it's probably like you just don't care when we know you do. So you just want to make sure that your photos on your website, you don't need a professional camera. This photo right here of Amber was taken with an iPhone 10. You do not need a professional camera. You just need to take a good photo. Make sure you're on the right hand side and just really welcome. Like this one says welcome. Like the one back when I was selling cars, I was in front of the BMW and Mercedes store. So come see camera.com, and you'll notice I have like my cheer uniform on. I remember they were telling me, hey, show your personality. And that's the biggest thing. Like, the personality of your brand. Like, this is me. If you guys know me, like, I'm just intense. Like, I'm 5'5". I think I'm funny. I'm probably not. But I want people to know, like, I'm ready. Like, I'm always hyped up. I'm ready to go. And so this is the first interaction you get with me. Now, this may not be for everyone, and that's fine. But I'm not trying to attract everyone because I know my target market. And that's one thing that you need to really start thinking about when you're creating content and really pushing yourself out there is who is your specific target market? Who do you want to work with? What's your brand promise? And what can you bring to the table, and why should people work with you? Those are things that you need to constantly think about in everything you do. And if you're the person that's like, well, I don't mix my personal life with my business life, well, I'll just tell you right now, you should probably rethink that, because the reality is that you should be living your business and your brand, your life on and off. I'd say on and off the court. That's funny. We're not playing sports, but when you're on the job and when you're off, because you are an ambassador of the dealership. You are your own personal brand, your own personal business, and you need to, walk around with that kind of just attitude. Like, I am, my own business. And so if you don't think people know what you do, well, here's a little, quick little rain check real fast. They do. Social media tells you everything about everyone. And if you're not on social media, let's go ahead and get on it. And if you're watching this, you probably were on social media, because that's the only place I posted the link. So when you think about your brand promise, what do you fulfill? Do you fulfill the audience needs? Do you help them solve a problem? Your brand personality. So it's the style in which you deliver your brand promise. Then you have your brand position. So your brand position is where you'll make the number one guy or gal. So everyone wants to be that guy or gal that sells cars. Just like you have your doctor, you have your lawyer. Well, you want to be that person for them. So there's just a few things we can go over. Hey, Robert, what do you think? What do you think about this so far, man? What are your thoughts?
Well, you given the nice info. So it's just the main thing is that when you get into the chat thing there, I think that was what's going on. Obviously, we want that instant communication. My son is looking to replace his lease vehicle, and because obviously cannot visit dealers, right?
Right.
And I submitted some requests via the dealer's website, and it's so freaking frustrating because all I'm getting is the generic, basic response, even though I inputted the information as to what I'm looking for. So with at least with the chat, we could communicate back and forth almost obviously live, instead of a basic email template junk. So I think it's more important where they can do the face-to-face thing, even though we are not able to visit dealers until we pick up the vehicles. And I was going to ask you too, do you have a way where instead of doing the videos, where if I call you, you could walk out to the lot and just do like an instant, like walk around live, thing instead of me waiting to get a video? Do you have anything like that at all?
We do not have. Hey DJ, welcome. We do not have a live. So you're basically talking about like a live streaming, like you're talking about FaceTime, or I think
Yeah,
Android has
yeah.
something. No, we do not have that. But of course, like what kind of cell phone do you have, Robert?
What kind of software?
Cell phone.
Oh, cell phone. I got
Yeah.
it. Samsung.
Okay. So do they offer like a video chat through that?
Not like FaceTime, right? Because
Okay.
even like with FaceTime, you gotta have the customer's phone number and to do FaceTime. I'm talking like if
Right.
you have, I've seen stuff around that someone can call me and without me like friend them or uh, have the phone number up front, but somebody can
Yeah.
call me and they
So
can
the
opt.
best way I could say to do that, because we don't have that. I'm just answer that. We don't have that in our system. But what you could do is, you should be adding all your clients or prospects to your Facebook. So you could actually hit Facebook Messenger and click the video, and that's where you could do that. If you want that live interaction at that
Right,
point
right.
in time, that would be the best resource that I would say, because you don't have technically their number, but you have ability to do a live video chat with them.
Because the thing I seen the companies that there's one company called iService. Well, that's video also. But I saw one of video competitors you probably might have seen is Snapcell, I guess. It's a company called Snapcell, where
No,
now
I've
they
never.
came out with like customers can do like a live
Yeah, so
live
we don't
chat.
that's not something we promote nor do as a company. So I don't know anything about that company. But as far as the live, I would just use obviously Facebook Messenger is the best place to use that live video. So I would say that, but we do not offer that, and I don't think at this moment we plan to do that anytime soon. So I
Yeah,
would
I
stick
love
with that one, Robert.
The Facebook thing because that's what I do with my son in Nova Scotia, right?
Yeah,
Just click the video and then we see each other instead of texting back and forth stuff.
for
But yeah,
sure, absolutely,
yeah,
man.
go ahead, use your Facebook chat. I don't know how many
Yeah.
people will build a brand is using this
Yeah,
this chat thing. So
I'm not sure either. That's why I kind of wanted to do this. This is something I remember. It was actually Jeff Bates. The reason we were kind of looking into it a while back. I was like, there has to be a link for this chat bot.
right, right.
And when you set this up, the very first thing that you want to make sure you have is you want to make sure that you have a business Facebook page. So if you do not have a business Facebook page, you can obviously go to Facebook and go ahead and create a page. Facebook offers many free resources walking you step by step on how to set this up. This is not something like that we offer as a service to set up your business page, but you can literally go to the Facebook Help Center and it walks you step through step on how to set it up. And then, of course, how to use all of that. Now, once you have your business page set up, you want to go to ManyChat. So if you go to ManyChat.com, when you get there, you'll have an option to sign up or log in, and then you'll connect your Facebook account. So then that'll be with your business page. Once you do that, it does give you the ability to then kind of create that, Autobot that pops up. If you ever go on a business page, it pops up and it's like, hey, welcome to the page. If you have any questions, let us know. And so as that pops up, you can actually structure those messages in here. So you have, the automations where you can basically like welcome message. You can change the welcome message. And as you can see, this is one I have. You can add a button. And so in automation, a lot of people don't really play with this. If you have an iPhone, just any new iPhone, or you have the new update, you probably seen an app on there called Shortcuts. And there's actually an option to do automations. And automations are amazing. They help you literally streamline your workflow. And so, hey, DJ, welcome back. So automations allow you to stream your workflow to make your life simpler. Now, yes, does it take a little bit to set up like an automation of any kind? Yes, because you have to think about all the possibilities of what could happen. But for instance, like this one right here, you have, thank you message, and I can put open website. So then all you have to do is enter a URL below. And so yesterday, Tommy, one of the new guys that just signed up with Build a Brand, he was like, hey, I want to kind of offer that in my welcome message on ManyChat. So when it goes there, it's like view inventory. So you have button number 1, and he has it as view inventory. Okay. And then what he did is he went to his website and basically pasted, like, let's go to the honestcarguy.net. Clinton Becker. Clinton Becker, if you guys don't know him, you need to follow him on social media. He does a great job helping his clients. He used to actually be the GSM at this dealership, and now he sells cars. He is the honest car guy. He's a great, great guy. And him and I have built a really good friendship over the years. So right here, if you notice, I clicked on inventory. And then what I did is up here, you have kind of like the URL that you can easily copy. So went here, press copy. Then all you have to do is go to your ManyChat and paste that URL there. So that means when someone first comes to your page, it could pop up and say, hey, thanks for reaching out. Give me just whatever you want to say, or you can view our inventory. They can click that and then it'll redirect them to wherever you want them to go. Okay, so it's a great way to really you kind of anticipate what the consumer may be asking or what questions they have, and you can actually give them multiple options. So you could say in this message, what can we help you with? And, did you want to view our inventory? Have a question about trading in your car? What's your car worth? And you can add different buttons here that go to different things, which is going to help you provide the options for your clients, but then also let them make that decision. So you're going to be that person that's going to be pretty much easy to work with. And you're already anticipating what they actually are saying. Like a great example, Jonathan Dawson always talks about, like, when people go out there and say, hello, you guys shopping for a car? And they kind of just, most consumers are like, duh, that's why I'm here. So this is kind of like that thing when they're on your page and they're going there, it's like, hey, you guys looking for a car? Well, of course they're looking for a car. That's why they're there. They have some type of automotive question. So if you can anticipate what they might say, and the best way to do this is ask different people what, if they're on this page, what would be like a first thing they would have a question about. And then you can actually add that answer right here to the button. So it's a great way to really streamline your workflow. And then the other thing that we're going to go over is how do you add this to your builder brand website? How can you create a custom button on your digital business card? So if you go up to your actual page right here, it's like your dashboard. You'll notice that when your ManyChat account is created, you have a URL. Okay, so this is a URL right here. And you can either right click and press copy, or you can easily just press, if you're on a PC, just Control C. If you're on a Mac, just press Command C, and that is going to copy. Now what you want to do is go to your Builder Brand Toolkit, and that is salesradar.net. Go ahead and log in. And we want to go to your profile photo to go to your settings. So from here, we're going to first add it to our website as one of the call to action buttons. So if I go to my website, I then want to kind of scroll down here on the section that says manage home screen slides. I want to press edit slides. So as you scroll down, of course, you can choose which slide you want it to be on. We're just going to go with the first one. You have, whatever you want it to say, the call to action button. This right here is just book a demo about me, but we're going to change this right here to Facebook Messenger, or actually we'll do Facebook chat. So don't do a cap there. That's weird. All right. So Facebook chat. And then you can normally choose from the dropdown. These are just the pages on your website, but you can also delete all of this. And you can either right click and press paste, since we have that URL from ManyChat copy to our clipboard, or you can press Control V on a PC or Command V on a Mac. And that's going to paste that URL there. Now, once I'm done, all I do is press save, and it's going to save it to my website. So if I go to CameronBuildsBrands.com, the very first page, you're going to see two buttons. And on your actual desktop, some may be zoomed in super close. If you notice, I'm like zoomed in at 175 there. But most of the times it's going to be around 100 or 90. But if you notice right there, you'll see Facebook chat. Now on mobile, you will see this. So it's going to pull up for us. So here's a mobile version, and the mobile version of your sliders, you'll notice right here. Oh, my computer's going crazy. All right, so the button will appear here, and this is obviously a slide that goes back and forth. So, the buttons will be responsive to, depending on which device they're on. And that's just going to really help you provide that great experience for your customers as, they're going through your website if they want to use the Facebook chat. So that is how easy it is to add it to your website. And again, all we did was create the ManyChat account, and all you have to do is go to manychat.com, sign up, log in with your business Facebook page, and then it gives you this URL. Take that URL, go into your Build a Brand toolkit and click on your profile photo. Then just go to my website and scroll down. You'll click on the manage home screen slides. There's edit slides at the bottom. Once you do that, it opens to this window. And then all you have to do is pretty much paste the URL on whichever button. You could change the title of the button, and then you just press save. So that will put that onto your website, making it easy for your customers. And also, if you guys do not have a YouTube greeting video, that means the video that's telling people, who you are, why you do what you do, and what differentiates you from everyone else. You need to get one because that's going to show up in many places. So let's go to bjbrown.me. So as we go to BJ's, like bjbrown.me on his website, the About Me video plays on the front of your website, down at the bottom below the slides. It plays, of course, on your About Me part, and also it will be inside your digital business card. So now let's go ahead and quickly just add a new custom button to your digital business card for people to easily just click that Facebook main chat. So first thing is you want to make sure that you have this URL copied to your clipboard. And then you want to go to your Build a Brand toolkit, click your profile photo to go to your settings. Now we're going to select the category up there on the menu that says My DBC, which stands for My Digital Business Card. And as I scroll down here, I'll see my buttons. And so if I press Edit Custom Buttons, this allows you to, of course, move. You can turn off and on the icons, and you can also create your own custom icons. And so if this is the first time you've ever seen this, this is amazing. This is where you can really provide a lot of value to your clients. So if I press Edit, pretty much add custom icon or button, the first thing you want to do is select an icon from the icons that we have. So think about, what this button is going to be for, and then choose an icon that best fits that. I'm going to choose the plain paper plane, and I'm going to type in here Facebook chat, and you can call it Facebook Messenger, Facebook chat, whatever the case may be. Now, right here where it says button actions, by default, it is going to be on direct URL. You can also choose, is it a downloadable file? Maybe you've created a PDF file for your customers and you want to upload it from your computer or your phone to here, or you can build a text page with inside. So you have a lot of customization here and the possibilities are endless. It just depends on what you want to do. So now I'm right here where it says direct URL, click the button that you want this to redirect to. So you can either right click and press paste, or you can press, Control V on PC and Command V on Mac. That will paste the URL there for me, and then I just press save. So now we want to see what this looks like, and so you guys can really see how this will provide a lot of value for your customers. So as I go to the digital business card, this is loading. There we go. So here's an example of my digital business card, and as a customer, if I'm coming here and I'm clicking this, you can even rearrange this to put Facebook chat up here. But as they click this, what it will do is it will open up Facebook Messenger, allowing that customer to easily feel comfortable and familiar with where they're at and communicate with you. And so that is how easy it is to add that Facebook ManyChat link to your digital business card. Do you guys have any questions over that? Anyone? You guys can unmute your mics if you want. It's totally your call. No. All right. Diego, welcome. How are you, man? Okay, so now we've gone over, first off, the beginning was all about just kind of like best practice of setting up the website, and then talking about a little bit about your brand promise, what you really provide. We just went over the Facebook, the ManyChat, how to add that link to your website slides as one of the call to action buttons, and also the digital business card, how you can add a custom icon on there to link to that Facebook ManyChat. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is just kind of just a quick little overview, like best practice. Like right now, a lot of you guys are like, there's no one on lot. How do I create opportunities? What do I do? Well, you need to first off have a game plan. Every day you come to work, what are you planning to do? Do you come to work just saying, oh, it's another work day, we'll just see what happens? Because if you're doing that, you're not growing. You need to actually have a structured plan on what you're going to do every single day, or at least maybe 5 goals that you want to achieve. So I believe that you guys should be posting several times a day on social media, regardless if it's on, Facebook or the Facebook messenger stories, or maybe it's Instagram stories, possibly just, publishing a blog, a review, just publishing just organically. You need to be publishing. And I tell people all the time, if you're not publishing from Build a Brand and you're just publishing regularly, Robert, I messed up on that word. That's funny. If you're not posting organically to your page, or if you are posting organically to your page, I apologize. You need to, in your video or in your photo, or whatever, at least provide a link to them to go to your website. And if you guys are, someone that's saying like, how do I get people to click on my website? Are you having a call to action in your post saying, hey, go to my website and check this out? If you guys want to find out more information, how to do whatever, go to my website or click the link below, really provide that call to action, because most people aren't going to do it unless you ask them to. And if you're not going to ask them, well, they're just not going to do it. So that is one thing that you definitely want to make sure you do. So if you are publishing something just organically to social media, at least provide a link, in the comments to your website. Make sure you're staying consistent with your hashtags that are specific to you personally. Like right now, on my cell phone, I can show you guys how to do this. I made a video a while back, but how you can add all your hashtags. So like I have 30 hashtags. When I type in the letters BAB on my cell phone, it's just the keyword replacement on my Apple phone. And once I press enter, it puts all 30 hashtags about Build a Brand right there. So it makes my life easier because I don't consistently have to remember, oh, which hashtag did I use? I forgot about that. Okay. And then, so now I have them ready so I can stay consistent. And a lot of people are like, how do I appear number one on Google? And, your dealerships, you have to realize, spend thousands and thousands of dollars to be number one on Google. Okay. Can you appear on page 1 of Google? Absolutely. It's just, you have to build valuable content. And, with that means your consumer has to actually gain something from that. And if you stay consistent with your hashtags on all social platforms, don't just focus on just, I'm just on, Facebook only. If you're comfortable with that, stay in that lane. But if you want to get more exposure, go to the other platforms and, really start, getting involved with that and creating content. And now this is the big thing: content, valuable content. What is that? Like, what do I post? Well, if you notice, a lot of people post sell. Does that work? Sure, sometimes, but it's more of just the people that are just posting, because they need to sell cars, and there's like, oh man, I need to sell. So here's a huge sale going on. They're not really building any value with their customers. It's more of a transaction. It's not actually building a relationship. And so when you look at building high valued customers, those are the people that know, like, and trust you. You want to make sure that you're actually creating content that they find valuable. Okay. So that means how-to videos. Matter of fact, first thing you should do is ask them what they would like to know. Is it, you may have someone say, well, I like to know the difference between leasing and financing. Okay, provide the answer for them. Or I'd like to know, how do I connect my Apple CarPlay? Provide the answer for them. And obviously video is the best way to go. And if you're scared of your camera, just don't be. That's the easiest way to say it, because I mean, you just got to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because right now, people aren't coming a lot and you're just taking photos of stuff. Well, photos don't always do it justice. And if you do a video, you're actually making it more convenient for the customer. You're thinking about them and their experience and that customer journey of shopping for a car to be seamless and easy. So that right there is going to give you, bonus points, because no one else will do that. And so that's why you need to do it. And you need to just build that value. Like Robert was saying, even doing lives, like go live with your customer on Facebook Messenger. You can go live with them on FaceTime, just FaceTime them. So do something that's going to really help you stand out there. But when you're creating that content, provide the valuable content of things they're actively searching for. You can even type into Google, just what do I need to know when buying a car? Like, or, what are the top 5 questions customers have about their new Honda Civic, whatever it is, and provide those answers for them. because they're going to find it online. And the question that you should always constantly ask yourself is, do you want them to find it with you or with someone else? Because the only person right now that any of us can blame if something doesn't go our way is ourselves. Okay. So we just need to have that plan of action to create that good content and, publishing, staying top of mind at all times, publishing online 2 to 3 times a day, and actually have a purpose to publish. Don't just publish just to publish to say, oh, check mark. I put a car on there for sale. I just posted just a link on my Facebook. I didn't even, write in the valuable content, like we're in the body of Facebook, where Facebook even has a, pre-written text there before you start typing. It says, say something about this. So don't ever post just a link. Make sure you actually build value in that text. And good content, valuable content, what your customers are actually looking for. And then really each day, how can we do this? Like, okay, are you posting in the morning? Are you posting in the afternoon? Think about most of the times when you get to work on Monday. What are you doing at work on Monday between 8 and 9? Most of you guys are probably on Facebook. Maybe we had, what's up? Actually, we just talked about you, Derek.
What's up?
Man, look at you. You got your little green screen in the back. I love it, man. So actually, we're talking about, what you're currently doing. Hey, I'd love for you to share, man, because you have, I didn't actually get a chance to say this, when we were talking about you earlier, but I want you to tell people, you actually have a Facebook group that's filled with a lot of people, and you actually created this a long time ago. So I'd love for you to share, what you're doing to really, create that top of mind awareness. Because, I see your face, your customers are out there even sharing your cards. So what are you doing right now to get customers to come to you, and how are you really providing that value to separate yourself from everyone else?
Obviously with my build a brand, with my app and my website, obviously that's huge. That was taken off, that was a big takeoff for all of this. Especially with everything that you can use, customizing that, and then using it to your Facebook and everything like that, and sharing. But my big thing right now is that, is my online needs assessment, my doing my at-home deliveries and stuff. Obviously, we've got stuff going on in the world right now, so we've got to, kind of adjust. The good thing is that we're really good at, we're in the business that we're really good at finding solutions and figuring things out. So,
right.
Like you talk about my Facebook group, I started that like in 8 years ago, whenever everybody first started kind of selling on Facebook, and I just let it build up. And now I have my own internet lead provider. I have my own lead provider with my website, I can put stuff out there to where it literally works on its own and literally just sends me a text and lets me know when I've got somebody interested in a vehicle or that wants to do my online needs assessment, or, that hops right on my website. I've got people all day now. My phone goes off constantly with people downloading my app and checking it out on there. It's huge.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's.
I'm doing.
How many people are in your?
Now because of it.
Say it again.
Since I've started the app, I'm averaging my 20 cars a month right now. So since I've gotten the app, I've been doing 20 cars a month this whole year.
That's awesome, man. I'm pumped up for you. So like, how many people do you have in your personal Facebook group that you created?
38,000 people.
38,000 people. So guys, he is a salesperson. He's been at Lewis Automotive for 10 years. And, him and I, we talk all the time, and he's like, man, I will die here. So, he loves the place.
I'm not going.
So, this is obviously a career for him, but he started this 8 years ago. And this is like, this is where it shows like building a business and a brand takes time. And now it may not take 8 years for you, right? But 8 years ago, when this was all fresh and new to people, he's like, man, I see an opportunity here. And now he's reaping the benefits later in life. And, just now it's like you said, things are just streamlined, and he'll get a text when someone's interested. That's awesome, man. And, as far as like the pushing out, the digital business card and stuff, I told you guys on that video, if you guys are interested and you're watching this, you let me know if you want one of these graphics. I created this. This is actually one of the girls that recently signed up. Jen's got your teeth. And so I will create you guys one of these graphics. And basically what it is a great way for you to display this at your desk, share it with companies. And I will create a QR code that goes to your website where they can download your digital business card. And so if you guys want one of these, what you'll need to do, okay, this is where we pay attention. So like they used to say in the Marine Corps, eyeballs, everyone look up here. I wasn't even sharing my screen, was I?
No.
I'm sitting here I'm showing you. That's crazy. No, you're a rookie, man. All right. So here's what it looks like, okay? So this is Jen's Got Your Keys. Again, let me go back. So this is what it looks like. I'll create a QR code for you, a graphic that you can display on your desk, share with companies. So people can then scan that and go to the section on your website where it's under the About, where they can download your digital business card. Okay, so if you are wanting that, what you need to do is you need to go ahead and send me your digital business card. And you're like, oh, Cam, you already got it. And I'll just text you and I want one. No, I want you to send me your digital business card. If you need my contact information, here it is. And it's Cameron Moore. And my number is area code 817-682-5566. Send me your digital business card. That will let me know, hey, I need to create a graphic for them, and I'll send it to you. So, man, Derek, hey, thanks for sharing that, man. That's awesome. That's man, a lot of people don't really see the, don't until this COVID, a lot of people didn't even think you could sell cars online, which is crazy. But you've done very well, man. I love seeing the stuff you're doing. And, I remember before you even got on, we text a lot, hang out, but now you're just too busy and you're too cool for
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, hey, what's up? You're like, dude, I got like 6 customers, bro. Leave me alone. I'm like, all right, later, man.
It's insane, man. I mean, it's nice knowing, I don't have to, with everything going on, I don't have to worry about, foot traffic and lot traffic because I've got all this stuff built up and going. And, I just got my brother into the business and he's working with me. And he sees, my app, my website, and he's always talking about, he's like, man, I got it. It's time to start. He's like you tell me all the time. He's like, it's been 10 years doing this, and there's stuff I just started doing yesterday or last week. I'm like, man, I wish I would have started this 8 years ago, 5 years ago. The best time to start it is yesterday. So.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, the biggest thing that I had trouble with when I was started selling is we had a really awesome guy that was selling 20 plus something Hyundais, man. And I was always like, man, how does he sell so many? Like, I feel like I'm good. Like, what's the thing? And then my manager said something, just pretty wise that stuck with me. And his name is Andre. And Andre, a good friend of mine. And he's like, man, you can't look at someone's life when they're in chapter 30 when you are just in chapter 1. You can't compare the two. They're different. And, when I'm in chapter 30 of my life, it may be, dramatically different from what he's doing. And I was like, man, that's just incredible. Because I was literally like, well, I can't be like him. Like, I just started like today. What's up?
My brother was doing that too. Same thing. And he's like, and I was like, man, you can't compare. I was like, you got to think I got 10 years and, all these customers are already coming back and they know me, they like me, they trust me. I was like, so you got to build it up.
Yes. And that's the high value customers, the people that know, like, and trust you. So guys, today I feel like, I've gone over a lot of just good stuff here. And I also in the group chat, I've actually added a link and it says links from BAB support website. And those are all the downloadable PDFs showing you step-by-step on how to do like the video messages, reviews, and all of that. So if you guys need help, because here's what I want you guys to do, at least try, okay? So each day you need to be publishing like 2 to 3 times a day. So maybe, publish a vehicle, build value in it, know your target market for that vehicle. Don't just post a vehicle and say, huge sell. No, like if you find a car, like, that's a Honda Civic and it's perfect. Like maybe it's like a, just a $6,000 car. That's perfect for a first-time buyer, someone that's 16 years old, it's a birthday present, and you need to know that target market so you can build a scenario and an image as they read it or watch a video of you talking about it that it's specific to that one person. So when you have people that are actually interested, what you're doing is you're funneling your leads, you're funneling your opportunities to the people that are truly actually interested. Otherwise, you're basically, if you just publish it and whatever, you're just going to get a bunch of people comment, and then you now became busy rather than being productive. So check out that link. But there's tons of things on how to actually utilize the tools. But so each day, do an inventory post. You then need to do a blog post, and I highly suggest creating your own. No one knows how to tell your story or your opinion on something better than yourself. But if you don't want to do that, go into the media library. Go into the content library, select a blog, but at least change the photo thumbnail. Like if you're leaving that thumbnail, you're missing out on opportunities because people want to see you. People are friends with you on social media because they like you. They don't like the thumbnail image there. So change the photo, reenact whatever the title is so that you can, obviously capture their attention, but it's going to just really help you create more engagement. Now, engagement are likes, comments, shares. If you're doing a video and you're like, oh, I got 1,000 views, you got one comment. Okay, so views on Facebook and Instagram count as 3 seconds. Okay, on YouTube, it is 30 seconds. So 3 seconds means my son just threw something on the floor and I'm scrolling through and I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm yelling at my son and then I turn back to my phone. It counts as a view when I didn't even watch it. So it doesn't even help you. So that's one thing you do on the posting. Now, here's something that you need to practice. Okay, and this is something that Brian does with his Ford store. Every customer that comes on lot gets the digital business card, right? You start with build a brand, you end with build a brand. Here's why. You start with build a brand, you're giving them everything that they need right at their fingertips, okay? You're giving them what they need to look at cars, look at the inventory, download brochures, to gain knowledge. And then as you go throughout the sale, at the end, when you get the review, you're ending with the review, but that review is going to help you create more opportunities of people, high value customers that know, like, and trust you. And then you can also have, of course, the ability to get amongst their circle of influence on social media. Because, of course, when you complete the review and you have the photo and you press publish, they get a text on their cell phone with that photo and a link so they can easily click it. It opens up their Facebook where it's creating a post for you or for them on their Facebook, and it's going back to your website. So if you guys are not doing that right now, if you're not getting reviews with your customers every single time, or you're like, oh, well, they were busy, so I had to send it later. Honestly, that's not acceptable. Like, I think you should do this right before finance. If you guys want to create good habits, you want to go to that next level, you want to create just a pipeline of leads or referrals, well, you need to put in the work. You need to have structure, and you need to just follow the process. Just like you follow the process of selling a car, you need to know the process and the steps of selling a car before you can try to do all this other stuff. But you just have to follow the process, and getting that review right before finance is going to help you. Okay, so you guys can find the time that works best for you. But yeah, like he said, big time. I mean, he's gotten so many people, even people wanting to buy a car after the reviews. And, that's something you need to do absolutely 100%. If you're not doing it, it's time that we change. Like you told your brother, there's no better time to do it than yesterday or today, right? So tomorrow's not going to be any easier.
No.
All you're doing is
when you think about, like you said with the reviews, I mean, think about anytime you go buy anything, anytime you get on the internet to buy anything or go anywhere, you look at the reviews. I mean, that's what we do. We check out the reviews to see if we want to go to this guy or that guy, if it's going to be better price or the service is better. And that review, dude, I will literally send people the link that goes just when they click it, it'll literally just go right to my reviews. And they can literally see what other people are honest, and I've got, I think over 30 reviews on there now that are just solid reviews. And people literally show up and they literally show up asking, hey, where's that guy that sells cars? I didn't even know this was Lewis Automotive.
Hey, by the way, if you guys are listening right now, Derek's website name is that guy that sells cars.com, which is great. It's hilarious. I didn't even know this thing was available, but it was.
Right.
So no, that's great. I'm glad you shared that, man. Thank you so much. Cause you're right, man. You got to do the reviews.
Say, hey, we've seen your reviews.
Yeah, it's social proof. And with that, like you even said something great, like they're going to your website, looking at reviews, which are true validations, because some people ask, well, why can't people just go to my website and leave reviews? Because what's going to happen is some people are going to go in and have their buddy fill out a bunch of fake reviews. And then you're not really actually validating your experience. It's fake. So just like you can't go to Google and leave a review on Google without a Gmail account, well, that's helping, obviously Google, because it's a true review. It's validating that experience, whether it's good or bad. Well, with that, you want that on your website too, because you want it to be real. So,
hey, Cameron.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Robert?
Hey, buddy. Also, with talking about the reviews, it's easier for them to do the reviews through Build a Brand and push it to Google and Facebook. So it'll be pretty awesome to help the dealers. When I see dealers' website, they have 150 reviews, 4.2, and they think that they're doing a freaking great job,
Yeah, no, 100%. So like Robert's saying, if you guys didn't know it did this, well, then I failed you. I apologize. Well, I'm going to tell you now it does. So basically when you get you have two different options when doing a review, and I'll go ahead and share my screen. So first option here, as I scroll, let me move this. Can you see my mouse? If I press annotate, let's see. Can you see this? The red?
No.
You can't? Okay.
Wait.
All right. So right here.
You're moving now, yeah.
when you're doing a new review, if you click new review, like you should always do this as your customer, you're filling out paperwork or whatever, because you want to do it right before finance. So let's go ahead and we'll just type in Barry. Oh, wait. That's weird.
2 hours.
Yeah, so Barry Allen. This is my fake contact. I always use the flash. Okay, so from here, you want to make sure the customer's information in there. But actually, let me go back because I wanted to mention one thing. Right here, it's defaulted. When you click new review, it's defaulted on full review. That means you need a photo. And you always want to have a photo. Like there's no reason not to. If you press simple review, what this is going to do is send your customer a link so they can leave a review on your dealership's Google Place ID. So that's a Google review. But what's cool about the system was you do a full review, customer completes the review, the questions. Once you send the review to them, this is best practice, so they can opt in if they haven't opted in yet. Timeout. Let me say this because some people have asked. The reason why I didn't send them a review, or the reason why I didn't send them a video message, is because they didn't have my digital business card, and I thought they had to have my digital business card for them to get anything. No. They do not have to have your digital business card for you to send video messages. They do not have to have your digital business card for you to send reviews. Okay, so send it to them so they can complete it on their device. Now, what's cool is once they click that review and they fill it out, it actually takes them to that same page that your customer is going to go to when you're sending them the simple review, where they can then copy the review they just left you. They can press the Google icon and it sends them straight to the dealership's Google Place ID so they can leave that. So that's a great thing to bring up, Robert. Thank you for reminding me about that. And a lot of people do not know about that. So that's something that you definitely want to really put. Now, getting to, we talked about the post, we talked about getting reviews and, making sure the customers have your digital business card. But the last thing I want to talk about, and some things that people just don't agree with because the fear of it is the video messages. Okay. So video messages for everything. Like, what is it going to hurt you? Like right now, more than ever, Robert was saying that he wants to do the live videos like through FaceTime or Messenger. Well, maybe your customer doesn't have time. So if you sent them a video message talking about the car, maybe you found a blemish on the car and you want to express that and you do it via video, you're actually building that experience where they can see it live. And a photo is not going to do it justice. So that's going to help you guys. And if you guys want to practice sending video messages, send me all the video messages you want, please. My number is 817-682-5566. You could put Cam Moore as the name. Send me as many video messages as you want. And I'll tell you right now, the best practice, because some people still film video messages like this, on Facebook stories or Instagram stories, it's great, looks good. But what if they're watching on their desktop? That looks kind of weird. So make sure you turn your phone sideways. And like when people are like, well, I just don't know how to hold the phone. Look, I'm 5'5". Like here, I'll stand up. Like I'll show you. Like I'm short. Like the chair's almost taller than me. Okay. So, but I have small hands and I can hold this phone. Okay. I'm holding it like this. And you film your video, right? If you mess up, that's fine. Just laugh about it. Because in reality, in real life, would you stutter? I stutter all the time because I talk too fast. And then I still send you it. So doing the video messages is huge. And if you go to the chat, in the group chat right here, you'll see links from Builder Brand Support. There is a video message key walking you step by step on how to do it. Then it's also, there's one below that's the video message examples, where I give you 5 different examples of video messages with me actually doing them and the word tracks so that you can make standard video messages to send. So today we went over a lot, and I'll go ahead and put this on our YouTube channel so you guys can check it out. There's tons of valuable content in here. And Derek, I want to I want to thank you for sharing, some of your stuff. And Robert, same to you, man. I really appreciate you guys jumping in. It's always fun when people are actually interactive. Otherwise, I just hear myself talk, which I hear myself talk a lot. So
hey,
yeah.
I got a question too, real quick. Something to run by you. Something I've been, we're doing a little bit of like social media kind of training and stuff right now, which is awesome. It just ties into all this stuff. But I'm going to start doing some like my sold customer testimonial videos from the sold customers. So instead of just the picture of them, because I always get a picture of the sold customer. I get the review every time. No, without fail. There's no exception. You get the review and the picture. But I want to do the testimonial video. So you think like the blog spot's a good spot to have that on there?
Man, I'm so glad you asked this. All right, so this is my favorite thing. So I used to do #dashcam diaries. I have to throw the hashtag like this. That's That's what people do. So hashtag dashcam diaries, same thing, right? And I got the idea from my buddy Bill Hab. This is 3 years ago. I saw Bill Hab was doing dashboard diaries, and I was like, man, my name's Cam. Would you mind if I kind of did a spin off it and did mine? So that's why I came with the hashtag dashcam diaries. And basically what he's describing, guys, is utilizing, when he's getting the review from the customer, the photo and all that, that's one source of content to use for the review. But then he gets the video testimonial of the client where he can, I'll tell you guys how I structure mine out. I would say, hey, Derek, just quick question. How was your experience today? And then this is where I'm qualified him. He's like, oh, it was awesome. Hey, that's great, Derek. Do you mind if I just ask, for a quick favor? Like, what we do is I do tons of client testimonial videos, and they take like 10 seconds, which they could. That's not a lie. They really could. And all it is just 3 simple questions. And I love sharing my experience, and people love watching them. And then kind of even suggestively shake your head yes, right? And you can even do it right before you're asking for the photo review. Just say, hey, after you get done with finance, we're going to take a quick photo for that awesome recommendation you gave us. And then we'll do like a 10-second video talking about your experience. Sound fair? And I'm just shaking my head yes the whole time. So with that, hey, Robert, will you mute your mic real fast, buddy?
Hold a second. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries. I'll mute it for you, man. So with that, you're basically, going to build this entire video testimonial where you're going to ask them 3 simple questions. You can structure out anyway. I'm going to share how I structure it, and then Derek, I want to hear what you're going to structure yours like. But how I asked my clients was, first off, how was your buying experience in the past? And always, there's only one time that someone said it was good, but most of the time it was terrible. It was long. It took forever. And then be sincere with your response. Like, live in that moment, in that conversation, and respond accordingly. So I would say, oh my gosh, Derek, I'm so sorry you had a terrible experience. Do you mind? Actually, I don't go into further detail, but then even say, the next one would be, once they answer that, you reply, just say, okay, so my second question for you is, how was your purchasing experience today with me here at, and then say your dealership's name. And the reason why you're saying these names is because, when you look at structuring a video on YouTube, it's not just the title. It's not keywords, like they take into account what you say. Is that relevant to what you're typing? Is that relevant to the actual topic, the title? So it's very important that you say these things. And then, I say, ABC Motors, right? So thanks for, how was your purchase experience with me, Cameron, here at ABC Motors? I let them answer. Then you respond accordingly and say, thank you so much for those compliments. The last question I have for you is, based off your experience today, do you feel comfortable sending your family members and friends to me when they're marketing for a vehicle? And then you let them, the next thing that they say is beautiful. Unless you did a terrible job, it's going to be bad. But it's going to be yes, absolutely. And guess what you just did? You just got a video testimonial that validates. They said it. You did not make that up. So how would you? How are you going to say yours?
I'm kind of thinking basically the same thing that you just said. Basically went over. I've got one other question I want to ask her at the end, I think, because I want to get it toward in the video. Like when I post it, maybe I can have like somebody I can tag. So, so who's the first person you're going to go show this to? Something who's the first person you're going to go show the vehicle off to, or something like that, and get them saying that person's name, or something like that, or would you, based on experience today, would you recommend me, like you said, to your friends or family, anything like that?
That's solid.
I think exactly what you did there is exactly what you got to do, because like you said, you've already got the friendship, you've already earned their trust, you've already done all this. So now it's like, you can. And I've got the perfect time I can do it. It's whenever we do our picture and stuff, we can just sit in the car and just talk like friends, and it's going to come across different with every customer because you built a different relationship. But like you said, how was your previous experience? Like, I just got done selling one, actually. They actually just texted me while we're on the phone right now. A text came through and they said, hey, we're trying to figure out the review. Can you walk us through real quick? We're wanting to get the review done for you.
All right. So, hey, I'm gonna get you right now, because finance, right before finance. So I'm great, because your clients are really loyal and you do send it to them. But here's the best thing that you could do is have them complete it before they leave. Because if you send it and you're like, well, they haven't completed it, and it's like you're blaming it on something. I'm not saying you would, but some people are like, oh, they haven't completed it. Okay, that's your fault. Like, it's no one else's fault. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm gonna get you on that one.
I love the feature. That's why I love the feature where you can hand the phone to them.
Yes.
Typically, that's what I do is them in our picture spot, because we got a spot down here where we do our picture. I sit down with it, I get the review pulled up, and then I hand the phone to them and let them do it right there, so it's done. Now, like you said, before finance, the reason, I believe before finance, that way you're not getting judged off your finance manager. your review doesn't have anything to do with your finance guy or anything like that. You don't want that to be involved with your review. It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
So
No, for sure.
that's another reason why I feel like it's a smart idea to get it before finance.
To answer your question on how you can do it, once you get that video testimony, let me answer that question. So what you do is you want to be consistent with your titles, right? So like mine always had hashtag, dash cam diary. So I would say, like Derek's, purchasing experience with Cameron, hashtag dash cam diaries. I'd always put it everywhere. So even you have a hashtag specific to your customers or specific to your type of video, and be consistent with that over and over. And you can go to Google. I've done this. Go to Google and type in customer reviews, video customer.
Right.
And see all the keywords that people are using when they're typing that in to look for that. And then what you can do is try putting those into your titles and be consistent with it. Because what you want to do is show people that you have valuable content that's consistent. And when you are consistent, people will more likely, they'll trust you more because it's not just a one-off. Like you are consistent. And so Derek, man, I'm pretty pumped. When are you going to do your first one?
Hopefully today. I got some people fixing to be here. Actually, that's why I hopped on here. I had a little bit of time between one, so I got another one fixing to go out. So,
well, hey, you shouldn't say probably, Derek. You're
Definitely
going to get one, and you're also going to tag me in that blog post when you post it today.
I will. I'll tag you.
So no pressure at all, but tons of pressure. So, all right. Hey guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to throw this on our YouTube channel. If you guys have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. You can type in Build a Brand. It might be Build a Brand Company, but I'll go ahead and put a link so you guys can go ahead and subscribe. If you are new and you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and click the like button below. Go ahead and comment, and make sure you click the bell to get notifications when we update our videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.